Good afternoon. Welcome to another Open Gate show. This time it's for the race meet August 25th, 2021. And this is Monday. Sorry, this is Tuesday rather. Tomorrow we have 9 race card. But as usual, the Open Gate show is adamant that you rehydrate yourself with pure Pride Jamaican water. That's pure water. Ask for it if you don't see it in the supermarkets and shops. Wearing a mask is very important. Social distancing also. Sanitizing your hands. They all go together. Remember, you have to live to die, and you will die to live. Well, that's my concept. Inhale regularly with heated water by adding either eucalyptus oil, peppermint, or menthol crystal in that water, covering your head and the bowl that you add those ingredients to, and breathing slowly as much as you can, inhaling and exhaling for 5 to 10 minutes if you can. Very important when you get back home, and even when you are going before you go to bed. Let's remember the Noah's Ark scenario. Take heed. Saturday's race meet was quite a unique one. A lot of expected favorites ran dismally. The track conditions was as such where it wasn't sloppy. It was sticky, muddy, if you know what I mean. The first 3 furlongs of the straight, especially more so on the inside. The forecast from today states that there will be rain Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday afternoon could be 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, whatever. And we'll have a rainy Thursday and possible Friday morning. Well, horse racing has to go on. I must commend trainer Jason DaCosta in his quest for winning this 2021 trainers title. He's a good distance behind, $5+ million behind leading trainers. Well, I should say leading trainers, until Gary Sobrati and Anthony Newison. He had some good 2-year-olds. He has had 3 horses flown in to the island, and they are currently at the quarantine in Port Royal. And those 3 horses are expected to give DaCosta some fuel to make his family very, very happy. They went through a lot earlier this year. He has 5 more coming, but there's one. Of course, the Open Gate show don't know the breeding, but there's one of that 3 that will be looked after by Mr. Linville McFarlane, aka Pickens, and that one will be carrying the flag. Well, let's hope all the best for the team DaCosta. I can assure you, this 2021 Trainers title will be quite interesting. It all is good for racing, and let's hope that other Jamaican trainers overseas will have a few horses here in Jamaica to help bolster our horse racing industry. Okay, we go to the first race on Wednesday, post time 12:15 p.m. This race will go 50 meters or 7.5 furlongs. It's for daily foals and up who have never won 2 races, as well as imported foals and up who are maidens. 10 declare, number 1, Mighty Chelsea, another cookie. Number 4, Bettered Her, on the 10th of May, on the 8th of May, going 7 furlongs. Mighty Chelsea finished 8th and 3rd. Another cookie won the race by 7 lengths. Another cookie is here again. Number 2, Funky Fashion, very light, and maybe the lowest exotic spot could be a possibility. Number 3, it is now no form whatsoever. Number 4, another cookie, in with a chance for the top 4. Number 5, Angelus, stretching out after a poor show on last as the even money favorite. That was on the 7th of August, going 5.5, sprinting. Prominent and 1 pace to be 3rd, 5.5 lengths behind 777 and Lady Bastipur. Angelus then broke slowly out the gates. Haven't been this far and should be able to relax, but let's see what happens. Number 6, Lady Bastipur broke her maiden at this approximate distance in fine style, but that was in a very slow time. 3rd of August, beating Cupcake and Bucolo, came back up in grade, going 5.5 furlongs around second, 4.5 lengths to 777. Will have it all to do, but could find a minor place in being she's so fit. Number 7, War of the Roses, popped up with a good display on the 24th of July, going 7 furlongs and finished second, 1 3/4 lengths to above all links after breaking very slow at the gates. Amar Walker gets the call now. I'm expecting War of the Roses to run better, even though flopped as the even money favorite going 2 turns on the 9th of August, finishing 25 and 6 to As You Wish, Sweet Renisha, and Dora the Butcher. Both those horses are in this race. Number 6, Sweet Renisha, has a winning chance if she can duplicate that win in early January, going a mile when she won by 2 lengths, beating Shiboom and another cookie. Another cookie was 8.5 lengths behind. Sweet Renisha from the stable of Stephen Todd, of which that stable has regained some form, so you better watch out. Number 9, Purposely, broke her maiden this distance. Number 10, Dora the Butcher, could be in for a very minor spot. Number 7, War of the Roses, though. From number 7, from number 4, another cookie. Number 8, Sweet Renisha. Number 5, Angelus. Number 6, Lady Bastipur. We go to race 2, and it's going 1,100 meters over 5.5 furlongs. 7 horses were declared. It's for native bred 5-year-olds up. Maiden, it's a condition race. Number 1, King Liberty. All his best displays were out the straight. Number 3, Bad Boy Theodore, maybe in for your exotics, could get into your middle order exotics. Number 5, The Final Blue, fitting now and possesses speed. Raced only 4 times in his career. Has scope for improvement, even though at 5, the figure it is off for this. It has been off twice already out of the 4 start. The Final Blue should be in front and will have to be caught. Number 6, Little Red, can't say why he won't get into top gear for fighting out this, especially so light with female apprentice Samantha Fletcher. Number 6, Little Red. Number 5, Final Blue. Number 3, Badboard Theodore. We go to race 3, and it's another race that goes in 1,100 meters or 5.5 furlongs, 9 starters. It's for 5 and up. It's a claiming rate 150 to 180. That's the ratio, as well as for native bred 6-year-olds and up, who've never won 2 races, and 6-year-olds up who are still a maiden. Number 1, Pindus Valley. Best 3 races were between April 24th and June 5th this season. Could get into the top 4. This Pindus Valley. Number 2, Dash of Class. At times she gets in the earlies, but falters. Number 3, Golden Eye has number 1, Pindus Valley in front of her 2 out of 3 times of late. Number 5, April Spirit, a possibility for a top 3 spot, especially so light. Number 6, Powerful Red, interesting. She raced frequently and entered here again. Well, I shouldn't say frequently. She just raced, well, she did race frequently. He did race frequently, yes, and is back again after that dismal showing last Saturday. He won far more races than all horses here. Well, only number 9, India Razi, won more than 2 races. The rest has won 2 or less. May have entered there to fill the race originally, but with that postponement from Monday's scheduled race meet, Powerful Red have enough time to recoup. Remember, Powerful Red, stablemate of Pindus Valley. Number 7, Jamaican Storm will be closing. Number 8, The Next Big Thing, looked the part when finishing 21 lengths 9th on August 3rd, yet ran no race whatsoever. Will again be looking to pick up the pack, but let's see if looks can be good enough this time around. Number 9, India Razi, the horse to beat, won 4 races and only needs to improve on last run, the 3rd of August, finishing 14 and 3rd. The General Mubarak, Stanroy. That was the race The Next Big Thing was in, and finished 7 lengths behind India Razi. Colin Blair, well, I have to hope number 8, The Next Big Thing, wins. Number 9, India Razi. Number 5, April Spirit. Number 6, Powerful Red, if he can recoup for that race. Number 1, stablemate Pindus Valley. Race 4 goes 5 furlongs straight or 1,000 meters straight. It's a claiming race, 40 to 450,000 tag. 9 starters. Number 2, Smarter Tradition. Shane Ellis is back aboard out the straight again, but facing a few tougher ones here. Number 3, Chris Hanley, consistent sort, who won 4 of his last 6 starts. The other 2 were very close finishes to the winner. Very good form. Let's see if being in the new stable, as this also was claimed, Chris Hanley can stay with that very, very good sequence of performance. Number 4, Commissioner, a bit better with these and could gain a spot somewhere in the top 5. Number 5, Bacalac, yet to win out the straight. Number 6, Mother Nature, recently won at this route. Number 7, Mr. Ambassador, another who never won a race out the straight in 73 career starts. And regardless of that, though, should be okay against these, even with 57 kilos. Number 8, Stanislaus. Can't be trusted, but if he's focused, he has a look in. Number 9, The Danger, won 4 of his last five starts. Very speedy and adores this route. And jockey Anthony Thomas stays, and they are looking to make this 4 in a row. Remember, by this time, if the weather forecast remains as projected today, Tuesday, there will be rain. So tread carefully, or should I say swim carefully? All right, number 9, the danger. That's my selection. So number 4, commissioner. Number 7, Mr. Ambassador. Number 3, Chrysanthi. Top 4 horses. Then you come to number 2, Smarty Tradition. Race 5 goes a distance of, where is it? We're going very fast, aren't we? Yeah, race 5. It's a race that I think it's a bit tricky. And, you know, race 5 and race 6, the race in office is put these races at that spot to make you dig deeper. That race comprises of 14 starters, and it's a 3-year-old maiden race. And, you know, these races at this time, they are very tricky. Good race, this one. 5 from straight again, or 1,000 meters straight, 14 starters. It's a 3-year-old maiden condition race. Well, I've already said that. Number 1, Land Talk. Look well since last race. And it's drawn in the inner. So I am against this one, finishing in the top 3. Number 2, Diamond in the Sky, another that is drawn in the inner. Made 4 consecutive third place finishes in her last 4 starts. Gets back the figure 8, which is back on, and that's a plus for her. This inside post, though, especially if it rains, going to be very telling. So too for number 3, Balotelli, who has good speed and has a good chance to win. Shane Ellis, he is on for this one. Number 4, Lady Punjabi, making her 5th career start, could get into the lower order at very good odds. Number 5, Unruly Boss, a debutant, born the 16th of March, a Chirochester colt, groomed by Leon Walker, bred Burn Identity out of Force Factor by Trippy, breeder Karen Passard, owner Busy Racing Stable. Anthony Thomas gets the call for title chasing trainer Jason DaCosta. Interestingly bred colt, but I don't like this horse. When I saw him in the 2019 year in sale, and that opinion remains presently. Can he win? Colin Blair don't think so, but Colin Blair ain't Moses. Number 6, Falkland, well-bred colt who was born here in utero with hopes for the classics. Had a setback, returning over 4-month hiatus, a different animal, and will now run surprisingly well. Could win. Number 8, Carl Choice, showed speed on debut on the 3rd of August, going 5.5 furlongs. Led briefly and then ended up 7 furlongs behind Do Your Job, The Good Life, and Diamond in the Sky after breaking slowly out the gate. Rushed up and showed speed. Will be getting first-time racing this time around and has been stepped up a bit to the size. But to win, I can see that. But at this draw, in the middle of the track, if it rains, Carl Strike is bred to run it in the mud. Good luck to connections if that happens. Number 9, Curlin's Flight, may factor somewhere. Number 10, Sticky Don, another debutant. This one was born the 3rd of February, a bay colt by Stormcraft, out of Breath of Life by Royal Minister. Breeder, Roy Ardial. Owner, Rocky and Stickman, the groom, Nicholas Redwood. Philip Parchment gets the call for Marlon Anderson. Sticky Don will need time. Number 13, Quiet Boss, continues to look good in condition, but a minor spot is expected. This horse is bred burn identity out of Quiet Grandeur by Quiet American. Quiet American offsprings. They adores the mud, so that could move up Quiet Boss if it rains, especially from this good draw. Number 3, though, Balotelli. Number 6, Falkland. It could be number 6, Falkland on top. Number 2, Diamond in the Sky. Number 9, Curlin's Light. Number 13, Quiet Boss. Remember what I said about Quiet Boss having Quiet American on the dam side, of which will be much, much suited for a sloppy condition. We come to race number 6, and they'll be going 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters. 13 were declared. It's for children up. It's an optional claiming race. 200 250,000 with native bred 6-year-olds and up who've never won 4 races, as well as native bred 5-year-olds and up who remains a maiden. Number 2, Kingswood, fitter now and better over this trip at this stage of his career. Was the heavy favorite on the 7th of August, going a mile, and was up with the leaders and weakened to be 4th, 5 1/4 lengths to ride at the mob Isotope and Royal Aviator after breaking slowly out the gates. So many horses are breaking slowly out the gates. Almost the entire group of horses that are racing. Number 4, General Mubarak Fit Gelding, who just won over this journey in the lower class, came up to this claiming class and ran well to finish 2nd, 3 lengths behind Jamal James, going 5 furlongs round, and was closing. So General Mubarak, with Shane Elliott aboard again, could be part of the lower order. Number 5, here comes the Boss, should find a place in the lower top 5. Number 6, Just Say the Word. Last 2 races show he is fit, and if he can simulate his last run, that was the 31st of July, finished half a length 2nd to the out of class yet again, who went up in class and ran a good race 2nd. Just Say the Word should fight this out. Raju Laho scored a deserved double last Saturday, and he's aboard this horse who he has been riding for quite a number of times. He ran tomorrow. Well, if it rains, he's accustomed to it, and he runs well, on a sloppy surface. Number 7, Congress Suki, could close for a minor share. Number 8, Top Eagle, is on an hat-trick of wins, but would surprise me if he can achieve even getting into the top 4. Number 9, Boss Izzy, another who could get a place in the low exotics, heavily raced, this great gelding. Number 11, Big Dreams, only raced once on the turn his last 10 starts. Stretches out to 6 furlongs, looks ambitious on paper, especially. He seems to do best on the headlines. Connections should know best. If it rains, Big Dreams should love it. Being bred by legal process or kissable by Kissing Chris. Kissing Chris offsprings adores a sloppy surface. Logical in number 6, Just Say the Word. From number 2, Kingswood. Number 4, General Mubarak. Number 11, Big Dreams. Number 5, Here Comes the Boss. Race number, where am I? Race number 7. We're going very fast. Race number 7 is another interesting race. And it's for maiden. It's a trail maiden race. And we have quite a few here that should be improving Well, they go a mile or 600 meters, 9 starters. And number 2, Rods the Indian, first of a two-prong entry, and I should say a potent entry as well, for trainer Patrick Fong and the owner, Super Kids Racing Stable. Rods the Indian much fitter now and gets a good chance to fight for the top 4, for the top honors tomorrow. Number 4, Riding Flight, it's coming on a bit. Don't expect this one to win. But, well, another who should like the sloppy condition out of liquidity by Cliffy's choice out of Space Link. Space Link's offerings normally runs well in the slops, so be careful. Riding Flight could be in your eye order of your exotics. Number 5, Sky Zone, has a say for the win as her most recent run was okay to these lesser lights for her to have a chance. That was the 9th of August, going 7.5 furlongs, finished 3rd, 5 3/4 lengths to Maya and Hilly's Vision. Should be giving trainer Patrick Fong a lot of confidence to at least win this race. Number 8, Mule Train, get first time Lasix for Spencer Chung and Aaron Chatry. Made his debut on the 17th of July and had a quick second race 1 week after the 21st of July. Both showed nothing. It's been stepped up at the size and looking a bit improved. How much? I don't really know. Another here that he'll definitely like the mud, not by natural selection, but Golden Blitz, by Golden Missiles, Offsprings, and Progenies. Really love the slot. Well, that's if it rains. Anyway, number 2 runs the Indian from number 5, Sky Zone, number 8, Mule Train, a very interesting entry. Number 4, Right in Flight. We come to the penultimate race. And that's race, what is it? Race 8. And in that race, we have a big field of, what is it? 12 starters. 30 starters rather, my apologies. They go a mile or 600 meters. It's the feature race at Caymanas Park, 1959. Trophy for native-bred trios was number 1 2 races, as well as native-bred imported native-bred horses who are still a maiden. Caymanas Park has come a long way, and from 1959 has progressed to be the gem of the Caribbean, and a lot of great jockeys ride there. A lot of great horses run and created a lot of excitement. And now we're in the 20s, and Caymanas Park is still there, going strong. Let, at this time, applaud Supreme Ventures Racing Entertainment Limited for making horse racing buoyant in this COVID pandemic. Team Sharp, Salah Sharp, Sherman, has been working assiduously for having races, at least 8 races per month. There are a lot of infrastructure work that has been done, that is currently on display, and it was much needed. I should say, if all goes well, 2022, we should have improved racing industry. Some very good yearlings are there for the yearling sale come November, and of course some very good trios as well. And as I mentioned earlier, horses are coming in from the United States. Anyway, let's get back to this race. Number 1, King Antholu, Followed up his maiden win with a decent effort against a good set on the 7th of August, going 6.5 furlongs. King Antholomew close to be 3.5 and 4 to I Am Fred, Baton Rouge, and It's a Boy, Jason Acosta trifecta. This horse has improved a lot and could find a low placing. Number 2, 3 times lucky, first of 4 entries here for trainer Jason Acosta. Came off the bench and surprised me on the tote with the support that she got and ran well. That was the 9th of August, going 5.5 furlongs. Was up with the leaders and not really pushed, but finished 4th, 2 3/4 lengths behind Chandra's Law and Bad Gallery, as well as Vanessa. Will prefer this distance of a mile and is very, very light. Number 3, Rising Saint, had number 1 King Antoro in front of him on last, but has stepped up the size, this Rising Saint, and could get closer. Number 4, I Links, not been pushed since that maiden breaking win on the 25th of April, going 7.5 furlongs, winning by 8 3/4 lengths, beating Rising Saint and Falkland. Dangerous individual here. Number 6, that's Sir John, could get a spot in the low order of your high 5, not in the first 2 though. Although, if it rains, anything can happen. The some sensational goal won at this mile trip approximately a month ago, not out trained for this for his return. Number 10, Sweet Majesty, youthful filly who ran well in the Oaks, almost just 2 weeks ago, the 7th of August, was up in the pace and stayed a bit on to be 5th, 6 1/4 lengths to She's a Wonder, Amy the Butcher, and Ian the Lynx. Looking very happy en route to her stables this week. It must be noted the figure 8 is off. Good chance, regardless. She's bred Soul Warrior by Bitter End by Lemon Drop Kid. And if it rains, that shouldn't be any problem for her. Number 11, It's a Boy, close from way off on the 7th of August, going 6.5 furlongs to get within 1.5 then 3rd to I Am Fred and Baton Rouge. Both those horses came back and ran well. Surely an improved sort, and It's a Boy, another who
check out KD's vehicle headlamp and restoration. Our headlamps are fine sanded, buffed, and 9H coated with a 2-year guarantee. Price starting at $4,500. Internal restoration and modification starts at $8,000. To make an appointment today, call us at 876-824-6186.
I just don't like her to win this race. Number 13, Artesia, a minor spot is what I can expect. Number 11, It's a Boy. Number 3, 3 times lucky. Number 10 is Sweet Majesty, my top 3. Number 4, I Links. Number 6, I should say number 1, or even number 3, Rising Saints, for the lower order. Final race, race 9. 10 starters, 5 furlongs round or 1,000 meters round. It's for children up. It's the overnight allowance race. Number 2, Loose Ball. Let's see how he fares on the curve. Number 3, Got a Girl, back to winning ways. Let's see if that can continue. Anthony Nunes trains. Number 6, Stranger Danger is over the hill. Number 7, Roy Rogers, interesting idea, racing on the minimum round trip. And again has apprentice Marshall Porter. Loves the mud, I can tell you that. So, regardless of what, you have to tuck him in your top selection for this race. And mate, drummer boy, don't ignore if the track is dry. Although this horse should be able to do okay in the mud, has Royal Minister in his genes. Number 9, Victor Turn, fast US imported filly who won't be easy to pick back. Bred Handsome Mike, not sure of any floppy of his progeny doing well in the mud. By Dream of Lita, by Rahi. Man, when it rains, these horses are transformed into super runners. So, number 9, Victor Turn. For number 3, Got a Girl. Number 7, Roy Rogers. Number 8, Drummer Boy. I should add number 10, Elitist. Really improved for trainer Jason Acosta. And is very consistent and super fit. Could get a low exotic order in even though up in grade. Shouldn't be much perturbed by a wet surface. But to win, I can't say it, neither to run second or third, but possibility for the lowest order in your high five. That's it. Let's hope all goes well. Remember, wear your mask, sanitize your hands, and be very careful. Build your immune system. Of course, you know what to do. And try taking regular inhale and exhalation exercises for, say, about 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes or so. And inhaling eucalyptus oil in hot water and or peppermint or menthol crystal, covering your head. It's good. When I had the COVID pandemic, I did that twice per day, and it is part of what helped me. Anyway, take care. Join me on Friday when the Open Gate Show will continue. Take care.